So Jake, we're both big Kawasaki fans.
Yes.
And I've never drove a Ridge, and I've been reading a lot about them online. I really want to go drive one.
Okay, you and me both. It's been on my list.
Yeah, but we don't have one.
Yep.
But I hear Young's leaves the keys in some of their vehicles. I think we ought to just check it out and kind of see what happens.
So what it sounds like, is it more sounds like we're gonna just go take one?
Channel your inner gangster a little bit, and let's just roll and see what happens here. You know, stay with.
Target's in sight, but I really feel that maybe we should have been wearing masks or at least a fake mustache.
Yeah, or maybe we shouldn't have a cameraman film us committing a felony.
Oh, there's that.
What's up, guys? What are you guys doing?
Oh, hey, bro.
What's up, bro?
Man? Yeah.
You guys checking out the Ridge?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. You know, we're big Kawasaki fans, you know.
Really?
Yeah, we haven't drove one or seen one before, or, you know, like we've read a lot about them on the internet and just kind of curious, you know.
Why don't you guys just take it for a spin?
Oh, we can do that?
Yes, sir.
Seems like a much easier option.
Yeah, fine. Well, thanks, bro.
No problem, bro. Just don't jump it, all right?
We won't jump it. Yeah, thanks, man.
No problem.
I'm so gonna jump it.
Inline 4-cylinder, 95 horsepower, 65 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, it might be kind of impressive for what it is, you know?
Yeah, only one way to find out though.
Yep. So we have never actually drove a Kawasaki Ridge.
Nope.
And so we are big fans of Kawasaki. In the enclosure world, we've kind of leaned in the Polaris world for the most part. We have a Defender as well, but we've never played with this.
No.
You know?
No, we poked around them quite a bit, been in and out of cabs, but this will actually be the first time we get to take one out without fear of a felony.
Yeah,
So,
that's kind of a nice thing.
Right?
Thank you, Youngs. Appreciate that. But it's like Kawasaki, we have a pretty long history with. When Kawasaki first came out, they came out with the Terex.
Mm-hmm.
The Terex was very loud. Like it sounds like a rod's coming out.
Yep.
But Kawasaki's reputation has always been overbuild and underpower.
Very much.
And because of that, they have phenomenal longevity. The Terex is one of those machines, they were very affordable. Anybody could get into one of those and they just last forever. They're very reliable. And then the KRX came out.
Yes, which is by far one of our go-to crawling machines at the moment.
Those things are mules on the rocks. They're extremely reliable. They are absolutely great machines, and that made us fans of Kawasaki.
Yep.
So now the question is, do they transfer that onto here?
Yeah, because we have a lot of experience with Rangers, Defenders, a bunch of cabbed machines, our Expeditions, and we want to see how this really compares to what we're used to.
Yeah, if you go back to the early days of the enclosures, the cabs would bleed out. They wouldn't hold heat. They wouldn't hold air. You get dusty when you're riding around on some of them.
Yeah.
So cab sealing is super important, whether the doors rattle, the fit and finish, the function, the comfortability out of them. You know, it's like,
And what features you get in them.
Yeah. So I think the best way to do this is to give an honest review is let's go to the mountains and drive this thing and see what it's all about.
Let's do it.
It's been a while since we've been in a rig where I'm actually worried about bottoming out, you know?
Yeah, well, especially on shows like this, how often was the last time that you're actually having to pick your route?
Yeah.
And we're not used to just driving over, because everything that we build, even our utility machines, we're putting portals on them, 35-inch tires minimum.
It's because I mean this thing has 27-inch tires on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, that's fine. It'll handle this stuff like no problem.
Yep. And I would say that is one of the biggest downsides of these utility machines is the out of the gate clearance.
Yeah. I mean, for trail riding and cruising around, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But when you get in some rough terrain and some rocky areas and stuff, like you're bashing them pretty good. You need a good skid plate on them.
And 9-10 inches is pretty good, you know.
But I mean, I think the gearing in this thing, we're in high gear climbing up this right now. Like, I feel like it's geared very well, that it would handle, you know, 30s, 31s, no problem, you know, even 32s probably.
But we're gonna put this namesake to the test. We're gonna end up on one of the prettiest ridge overlooks up here.
Yeah, the top of this canyon is so pretty. And it's a pretty rowdy fight to get up here. This is a pretty rugged canyon. this is one of those trails that is a non-maintained, non-groomed trail, and there's access to it all year round, which is super fun. But there's a lot of erosion that comes down this trail, so it washes all the sediment out. You get a lot of rocks, a lot of boulders, and it's Jake and I are both wearing sports bras for a reason. You know?
Seriously. But speaking of that, right now we're still in two-wheel drive. We're doing fine. I guarantee at some point we're going to have to kick that in.
Yep.
And Cowie, looks like they put in the same diff system that they have in the KRX, which is the selectable, we call it three-wheel pill and then four-wheel lock.
Yeah. And to be fair, on a platform like this, a very usable feature. On rock crawlers, we don't like it at all.
Yep.
And when you're in three-wheel, you basically have an open, limited slip going on in the front. But when you're rock crawling and it's technical and you're full locker, it does bind up the steering a little bit more. But the cool part about it is, especially on a platform like this, is, you know, if you're on a snowy road and it's not real bad, but you want a little more traction, putting it in three-wheel does give you a lot more stability.
Fair, yeah, and three-wheel does not rob anything from your steering, which is awesome.
No, it's very convenient. You know, but like I said, in the rock crawler world, not our favorite setup, but on this, it makes all kinds of sense.
Yeah.
A lot of function to that.
So I was kind of curious last night how well these cabs are going to hold heat. Especially with last night getting down into the mid-20s. We've been sitting about 31, 30 degrees right now. We've been running the heater, and it's only been on level 1, level 2. And I brought my thermal indicator.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Equipment, get data.
It's maintaining 82 degrees in here.
Yeah, on low. And
What?
I said I don't feel like it's changed at all with speed, you know, which says something about the cab. And it's actually pretty quiet. Like, it's not rattling around. It's not, the doors aren't moving. I don't feel stuff vibrating around.
Yeah, the door's still solid. I do feel something a little beyond the firewall. I hear a little bit of a rattle, but it's
bit.
not that annoying.
No. And really, it's, for as rough as this terrain is, it's riding pretty darn good. And this is it's a decently rough road.
Yep.
Especially with 27-inch tires with probably 15, 20 pounds of air pressure in them. When a lot of the enclosures on doors, they have this funky swoop in them. And it makes it kind of uncomfortable for an armrest if you have the windows down. And this one's really not too bad.
Far enough
You know
back
what I mean?
that
It's
he's still
far
good.
enough back that you're not, all
Right.
weird with it. You know, this thing really does not feel very roly-poly to me.
I was actually noticed that, and I don't know if it's because of our low center of gravity and the amount of clearance we have with the current setup,
Yeah.
but it really does not have, like you said, the very roly-poly feel to it.
Yeah, it's like a factory Ranger when you're driving them. They do have that Winnebago feel to it. Like, this feels a little more sporty, like a little less body roll, a little,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like it's getting in trouble.
Yeah, to where that's a little bit stiffer suspension's actually aiding us a little
Yeah.
bit. And to be fair, we're still in high gear.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm telling you, this thing will do well with some bigger tires on it. I don't think it'll affect the low crawl at all, and you'll gain another 5 miles an hour on the top end at a lower RPM. With a little more circumference,
Yeah,
We're still in two-wheel drive in high gear.
that's pretty impressive. All right, this is where I'm curious if we're going to be able to get away with staying in two-wheel drive here.
No, let's find out.
Now, that's a pretty good angle that we're going up right now. I know that never translates to video.
Yeah, but it's pretty steep right here. This canyon picks up a lot of elevation really fast. Very minimal slippage through that. Like, it holds pretty well. I mean, that's something without a lot of that roly-poly, you don't get a lot of weight transfer, or it's
Yeah.
keeping weight on the ground.
It's keeping the
No.
wheel planted, really.
Yeah.
I thought for sure we were going to have to kick that into at least the three-wheel pill mode.
Yeah. It was so pretty up here a couple weeks ago.
Crazy how quick the leaves have fallen.
Yeah. let's kick into, let's see here, with that sport mode, let's go to work mode and see. I'm guessing this is like the Polaris's are, where it changes the throttle sensitivity. I like in the Polaris when you get down into that comfort mode, because the throttle's not so touchy.
Right.
When you're bouncing on rocks, you're not kind of whiskey throttling it a bit, you know?
But every time you click it into work mode, I feel like I gotta get out, put on some gloves, and grab a shovel.
Did you bring any of that stuff?
I brought some T-posts. I'm curious. I just want to see, put it into low. Let's see if low's too low. Or once you do put a little bit bigger tire, it might actually just be perfect. So from the looks of it, we're gonna hit about 5,000 RPM at about 10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
In low gear, which,
6 miles an hour, 4,100 right now.
to be fair, and to give them huge props, haven't we absolutely loved the gearing in our KRXs as well? They've
would
done
argue-
a phenomenal job at gearing, clutching, and everything.
Their clutching is really, really good. Like when you think about that KRX, I mean, that's literally a platform you can just throw a set of good 35s on, not mess with the clutching and the gearing at all, and they perform very, very well. I almost would argue they do better with a 35 than a 32.
Yeah, and I'd probably argue they'd probably do better in more capable drivers' hands, but we're not going to talk about that. Oh, wait for it. She's going. She's going. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm going to get this a little Thomas the Train sticker. Well, let's talk about it.
Well, our first ride in the Kawasaki Ridge, we brought to one of our favorite ridges. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that feels like it's,
Give a little tribute to the namesake.
yeah, a little appropriate, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, first impressions, give me your best. What do you like about it?
To be honest, I don't know if I just had low expectations, which I don't know why, but my expectations were exceeded. As far as ride comfort, cabin closure, several things, I'm happy. It's a cool machine.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be, I mean, honestly, when I first got in it, I thought the seat looked relatively uncomfortable. I thought it was going to be another roly-poly machine. It handled really well, and the seat's actually pretty comfortable.
And full disclosure, I brought a mouth guard.
Right,
That's what I thought I was in for. And
Yeah.
to be honest, it was actually a fairly comfortable ride.
That's a pretty rough road coming up here. And like the things I liked about it the most, I love the gearing in it. We did most of that canyon in high gear. Like you could certainly put some 32s on that thing. It would handle just fine. It's got plenty of torque. It's got plenty of good gearing in it. Like, because I think a bigger tire would be first on the list of my modifications
Of course.
on it. But it's powerful enough. The inline 4-cylinder seems like it has, I mean, 65 foot-pounds of torque, but it's also a 4-cylinder, so it holds that torque.
To be honest, the other thing that I really liked is how well that cab held heat.
Yeah.
We actually had to turn down the heat several times because it was a little too much.
Yeah, and we know from experience in a lot of these machines, especially 40, 50 miles an hour, the cabs bleed out. Like this didn't bleed out at all. It was very comfortable inside.
Yeah, and being 30 degrees out here,
Yeah, it is cold up here right now.
So-
You know, it's like, it clearly has snowed in the last day. I mean, it's freezing up here. It was nice, it was warm. And then walking around it in typical Kawasaki fashion, heavy duty axles on it, heavy shocks, heavy ball joints, heavy, AR bushings, like typical Cali fashion, they just overbuild almost everything.
yes.
So, I mean, I think longevity wise, these are probably a top tier machine for that,
Yeah, I would agree. So let me ask you a question. You see yourself having one of these in your garage?
Yeah, I would totally buy one. I think that we probably will. I think that, Portals, 35s, kind of.
It's just those, I think honestly we do those couple things, and the things that we were kind of holding back because of the looks of it completely goes away.
Yeah, when you look at it at first, it's such a big machine with such small tires on it, minimal ground clearance, and you're like, yeah, okay, you know what I mean? But there's a lot, you could go a long ways with one of these.
But to speak to the minimal ground clearance, every time we've gotten in and out of this, how nice was it just to swing out and just step right out?
Yeah, and maybe the older we get, the more this is going to be kind of our, I mean, it maneuvers really well. It has a good turning radius
Really
on
stays
it,
planted.
good feel. It's stable. Like I said, it surprised me how it's not roly-poly.
Yeah, I
Like
would agree.
for as tall as the cab looks on it, you kind of get that. Yeah, and I didn't feel that. Even when we were really off camber in it and we were traversing around some rocks and some big ruts there, it felt super stable to me. So I think they did a great job with it.
Yeah, I would completely agree. And what do you say we get back in that heated cab and start making our way back down?
I like that. It's too cold up here for me.
Okay.
I'm not ready for winter yet. So if we had to come up with a complaint about the machine we just drove, the two things about it were the bench seat
Yeah, definitely the bench seats.
and then clearance.
Yep.
This is the XR model. This one costs a little bit more, but this comes factory with a 30-inch tire, and it's got buckets and center consoles,
Yeah.
front and rear.
Which is pretty dang cool.
That is really cool. Our complaint about most of the enclosed, machines have always been the bench seats,
bench
and
seat.
the way you sit in them,
Yep.
So this resolves that problem. I said it's a little bit more money, but you know where the money goes.
You see that over there?
Oh,
Let's go check that out.
it was actually calling my name from like 3 miles out before we got here this morning.
You felt the
It's like,
tingle too?
dude, I am so excited for this platform. Like,
So these are the Kawasaki Teryx H2s, which is their new supercharged platform, and I cannot wait to get behind the wheel of one of these.
this is a KRX on steroids and a half. This is 250 horsepower. The A-arms are a lot beefier in them. It looks like the bulkhead's the same, so we might be able to get away with interchanging some parts on them. But I cannot wait to build one of these. That interior is so sick. The fit and finish and the things they've done to it, it's like, I have a feeling this is gonna be our next go-to rock crawlers for at least the next few years.
I have a very good feeling we're gonna have a couple of these sitting in our garage.
Yeah, I am so excited to build one of these things,
But coming up, we're gonna do a review on this machine.
Yeah, there's a couple of them coming in here that we can nab up, that we can put some miles on. I believe this is a customer's car, so we probably shouldn't touch it.
Just leave it.
But they got a couple of them coming. This will definitely be the next review you do. I cannot wait to put some seat time in this thing.
You and me both.